There was a kid in my mission who was held at knife point or gun 7 different times.
Wasn't it like top 3 most dangerous city in the world?
Holy crap!
It
Where
was
did you
the
go?
most dangerous city in the world.
You've seen Lauren's boobs?
Yep.
You didn't have to tell him.
I did. You were saying the other stuff.
I didn't say the other stuff.
What happened?
I drive home from work. There's a swing set outside. The swing is in full swing when I
Just
park,
one.
and then it
Wait.
stops.
Matt,
Explain that, Matt.
I'm sorry.
Holy frick!
Can you explain that?
We sat down with TikTok stars and our friends, the Beestons. Lo and Sarah Beeston pranked the internet in 2021 by pretending that their husbands, Derik and Tanner, were long-lost twins. But their story doesn't start there. They grew up in Utah, became missionaries, lived in the most dangerous city in the world, and both claim to have experienced paranormal activity through their encounters with ghosts. We talk about all this and so much more in today's episode. I'm so hyped right now. We're with the Beanie Boys, the Beestons. Did you convince me to wear a beanie today?
Can we just take a minute to appreciate that beanie?
No,
Let's be
I
honest.
wasn't
Have you
there
guys ever
like,
seen
Matt,
Matt?
please wear a beanie. And I was like, whatever, I guess I'll be cool like you guys wear a beanie. So here I
I think
am.
this is the coolest you've ever looked, man.
Thank you so much,
I'm
man. I
serious.
really appreciate that.
Oh, you're a
Beanie
beanie
boy.
brother.
I have a question. How are you guys so close? Because like I'm close with my brother, but I feel as if your relationship as brothers and then now sister-in-laws, you guys just started your own podcast. You're super close.
The hand.
We got the hand. We got the hand on the leg.
You need
What?
to
I don't know what you're
reciprocate.
talking about.
Has it always been this way?
I think going to Hawaii was huge.
It was white.
Huge.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like that's where our interests just started to become the exact same. Like in high school,
Yeah.
I was a sporto guy. Like
Yeah.
Nike shorts, Nike everything. Like just wanting to play basketball, whatever. Tanner was a little bit more on like cool style. I always wore his clothes, and
You thought I had cool style.
yeah, man. But it was just it was I don't know. I think we were just always in different phases of
Yeah,
life.
you did steal a lot of my clothes, though. I
did.
think you still
He
have.
How
still
often do
does.
people get you guys confused as twins? Because you guys kind of made a trend on social media of making these videos of like meeting your long lost brother, and they kept going viral. And so I feel like half the internet believes that you're twins, right?
We're sorry about that, by the
Still
way.
to this day.
People still tell us,
Still
oh,
to
you're
this
married
day.
to the twins?
No, someone in our
That's how
family
they
thought
bring
you
it up.
guys were twins. They're like,
Oh.
they're
Oh,
twins,
really?
right? And I was like, no.
They're not twins.
No,
They're
it's-
just brothers. And even when we say that they're brothers, people will say, oh, they're brothers, thinking that they were just meeting and they looked alike. So a lot of
You
you
guys
guys
really trolled.
You guys
You
trolled the
trolled it
internet hard.
hard.
Those
That
videos
was-
are
that was
funny.
pretty-
It was
Good,
so
yeah.
funny because then we had like our little following on Instagram that just knew that they were brothers and siblings, and they all were kind of on our team like, this is really funny to see all these other people not know what's
Like,
going on.
catch up.
It honestly
Yeah.
made me feel bad though when we were in public and someone would go, "Oh, you're married to the twins," and I would have to correct them, and then it got kind of awkward. I'm like, "No, they're actually brothers."
Yeah,
and then,
it-
They're like, but wait, I saw the video.
yes,
And you're like,
yes.
And everything on the
And then we
internet
have
is
to
true.
apologize, and we're sorry. We played a joke.
Yeah, so that
and-
was just a joke.
it was just a silly
It was a
joke.
little joke.
It was just a little jokey joke.
Here's the thing though, right? Like you guys obviously, like I'm talking to ladies here, you guys probably both think your husbands are pretty attractive, right? Like you've been together
where
for
this
a
is
while.
going.
I know where this is going already.
We know,
They get
man.
this
Ask
question
this.
Do you
literally.
not think that your brother-in-law is attractive?
We've
Matt, you
we've
can't-
answered this one too many times.
We honestly just answered this actually in our last podcast
Really?
because when I tell you that when we do any assumptions, anything like that, everyone's like, well, then are you attracted to the brother?
I feel like
Because
you guys look pretty different, I will say.
I was just about to say
Their
I
faces are
we
honestly
don't really look
I
completely
mean,
that
Derek
much
did
like-
fall off the face.
I fell off of a cliff.
That changed your face.
It
Before
did.
they looked identical.
Wait, no.
No,
Wait, actually,
I'm so kidding.
before
wait,
and
does
after.
Derek's face? Can we see it? Can we see before and after of Derek's face before he fell off the cliff? Like, I'm actually curious.
So the
Do
sad,
you look the same?
the sad thing is
Every part of that is sad, dude.
His whole face is redone. I'm just kidding.
all right.
No, they didn't
it
look like
was-
twins
Okay, I was a
before.
little kid, so who knows? Maybe I would have, maybe it would have looked the same, but I did look a little bit different. Yeah.
No, you look
No,
different because you
no.
still look exactly like Dad
Yeah,
when he was young.
he looks
You know,
like his dad,
even
and he
now.
looks
Your
exactly
nose
like
is slightly
his
though.
different.
Yeah.
I smashed my nose. My nose was completely flat to my face and in an S
Oh
shape.
my
So the
God.
doctor basically had to recreate
Yeah.
my nose, looking at my little kid pictures when I was 13, 14 years old. He's looking at the photos going, okay, I think this is what your nose is going to turn into.
That's a
I'm going to do
miracle.
this.
Serious.
And so this isn't what it was, and then I have a little bit of, you can't really tell, but I can tell. There's a little bit of droopiness in my right eye.
Can't tell.
Just, yeah.
So you had full-on facial plastic surgery at what age?
15.
Holy
15.
crap.
Yeah.
And it was everything from like your nose to your cheeks.
Just
to
this
your...
whole side of my face was all reconstructed, and my nose.
My gosh.
So I got plates in here holding it together, so hopefully they stay holding
Do you
it
know how
together.
much that medical bill was?
Dude, honestly, I think about it a lot. I know that it was, I mean, it's crazy. Just like getting in the ambulance, just to get me from an ambulance to the helicopter was like $20,000 or something.
That's ridiculous, dude.
And that was just down the road. And then the helicopter, and then I get in a plane, and then I go to the hospital. And then, I mean, everything in the hospital, being there for a week and a half, it just...
And Tanner witnessed this whole thing, right?
I didn't see him fall, but by the time, so we were all further down the hike. My parents watched him fall. We came back, and one of my little cousins said, "Oh, Derik broke his nose." I'm like, "Of course he did. He's probably crying about it too." And then I get there, he's on a stretcher getting carried down. All I see is his hand, bloody hand, hanging off the side, and I'm like, "Oh, my brother's gone." Like fully thought, like in shock, like I don't know what's gonna happen. And then they had to like cut off his clothes up there, like his shirt and like his shoes were off. And they asked me to carry them down, also blood all over them. And so I'm just like carrying these down, like this is the gnarliest thing of my life. And then he gets taken off in the helicopter.
That's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Did you cry? Were your parents
No,
crying?
I was in shock. And then I was also like, nothing gnarly like that had ever happened to me. So I was like, this will be fine. Like they'll figure it out. But then the other half of me was like, I'm never gonna see my brother again. So it was like this little battle. And then because of that, I was just somewhere in the middle, like,
Yeah. It's
No.
You
crazy.
were 19.
No, I was 15,
He's only 2 years older.
You were 17.
16, 17.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, so were you guys?
I think I was a junior in
No,
high school.
I met actually
Yeah.
after, because I moved out there after that fall had happened, because I remember my friend pointing out, oh, he fell off a cliff, and I knew Derek in passing
It became a new
before
identity.
Tanner. Yeah.
You were the
Cliff
cliff
boy.
kid.
Like they
Yeah.
pointed him out, and they were like, "Oh, he fell off a cliff because he had like a nose guard on."
Showing up at school, I came in a wheelchair with a cast on my arm, this one, a sling on this arm. My face was just like purple, and I'm showing up at school.
Oh my gosh.
But that was like 2 months after.
Sad.
Yeah.
Did you still have the
Were
white?
kids nice? Did you get made fun of at all?
No, it was right after I got the cast off. I think kids were nice. I mean, I'm sure that I had a freaking crew that hated me in junior high that bullied me a lot.
That
So
sucks.
I'm sure that they were happy.
Why is this funny?
I think because for a long time you didn't think that it was mean, and then you brought it,
And then
resurfaced
later
it, and we
you-
were all like, "That's really mean."
You got
Yeah.
bullied.
We
I
just
got really
now
bullied.
realized in his adult years that
Yeah.
you got bullied,
I
but
got
he didn't
bullied, too.
realize it.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, what do they do to you?
They just
Say mean things
they told me to eat.
every day.
Sorry for swearing. But that was
Actually-
their thing. Yeah, run around the school
But I
and
thought,
just yell.
did they say eat or shiz? Because I know in Utah.
Ah, no, they said
They
it.
said
Yeah.
it. They said
They-
it.
they-
That's
they-
hard.
They were the
That is
bad
hard
boys
to
in
do.
school.
They were the
Dropped
bad
it.
boys.
They were the bad boys, yeah. So they
No,
could say that.
it was a scary
The
crew.
non-LDS kids tell you to eat.
No, the bad LDS.
Oh, the
kids.
bad LDS kids.
Yeah.
No
Even worse.
way.
The naughty-
And how did you respond?
I thought it was funny, and I was kind of the kid that kind of yapped back at everyone, so I would yell back something. And
Like eat shiz.
Eat poopy.
Yeah, eat poopy. No, I got myself into a lot of situations like that because I liked to poke the bear, I guess you could say.
You are
And-
a poker. You do a little jab.
And so then they would gang up on me, and yeah, that was a fun time. It didn't really affect me a whole lot then, but now growing up, I'm like, dang, I'm surprised it didn't, and I hope my kids don't have to go
I
through that.
honestly
It's weird.
think about that a lot. Like things that happened in high school that were like so normal, and then you look back on, you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Like,
that was
did
really
that
weird.
actually
"Excuse
happen,
me?"
or did that person
That's so
say that?
Not okay.
Like
Okay.
my ex-boyfriend saying that, like making videos of him killing Tanner.
What?
What?
No, like straight up would tell me he's gonna go over to Tanner's house and just like wait for him to answer the door and just like punch him right in the face.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not
He tried
kidding.
to
And he
do
made
that.
He tried to do that. He drove straight to his house. I'm in the car and I'm like, if you don't turn this car around, I'm never gonna talk to you again. I'm doing everything. His little sister's in the car with me.
Oh my god.
And he's like,
how
I'm gonna
did
go.
you date this guy?
Listen, you can't trust a 9th grader.
Once again, the people you date in high
Okay.
school, you
They
cannot.
don't count.
I mean,
Okay.
it's not real. Other than
It's not real other than, you know,
Except-
married.
wait,
Don't get
okay,
married.
can we
It's
just
real.
address that? Can we address that for a second, you guys? We all got married relatively young, right? Like all of us in this room, we all had kids fairly young,
And we're still married.
and we're still married. Woo!
Just got to get past the 7th-year itch.
That is so freaking rare.
7-year itch.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we're already in 8.
You did
You're
it.
an
You
8?
did it.
We're in 8, baby.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah, we're coming up on 9.
Oh no. We're only at 4.
We're at
Oh
4.5.
no, you're in for a
Good luck,
treat.
guys.
Thank you to Curology for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. This is kind of embarrassing, but in college, I used to have pretty bad acne. I even have pictures as proof of how bad it got for a while. And I was so embarrassed that I was talking to my college friends about what I could do to fix this acne problem. And one of them luckily told me about Curology, which if you've never heard of it, it's a personalized prescription product formulated specifically for your skin. It was a game changer for me. I started taking it, I want to say my freshman year of college. After like a couple months, I started to see results and I was a lot more confident. I wasn't as embarrassed about these massive pimples all over my face. And I just felt so much better.
Yeah, and I was really impressed by Matt's results with Curology, and I was also struggling with breakouts myself, so I decided to get some, literally 2 months before our wedding. I'll never forget that. I was like struggling with breakouts, and I was like, man, I'm about to have these photos taken up close and personal that I'm going to hang on to for years, and I really want my skin to be clear for it. So that is why I filled out Curology's quiz about my skin. I just simply put in some photos, and a provider prescribed me a personalized formula based on my skin's unique needs.
And what they do is they actually use 3 clinically researched ingredients in the formula that is a lot more effective than like a standard product that you'd get that's not prescription, that's not specific to your skin's needs. So you know that you're actually getting something that's going to work better. That was just like the biggest game changer because everything I used before was never specific to my skin, my needs, and I transparently was using products from the dollar store. Don't buy your skincare products from the dollar store.
Okay. If you're struggling with your skin, anywhere from acne to aging, definitely try out Curology. And for a limited time, you can get your first Curology skincare box for just $5 when you go to Curology.com/unplanned. Go to Curology.com/unplanned for this free offer. That's Curology, Curology.com/unplanned. Trial is 30 days, applied only to your first box, subject to consultation, new subscribers only.
Back to the episode.
Getting married young though in Utah is pretty common, right? Because where we
Yeah.
come from,
It wasn't,
like
right?
we were the weirdos for being like 19, talking about getting married. For you guys,
If you don't get married by 21, like you're old.
21.
that's crazy, and that's Utah.
Yeah, it's so normal
And so you
to
just
get
grew up
married
like,
young.
and were your parents all married young? Like, is that
Yeah.
holy cow?
My mom was
19?
19. She just
Just
turned
turned
19.
Had you at 20 or something?
And then
Yes,
I was born at
a year
20.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was 24.
Something like that. Yeah.
My mom was 21.
It's kind of, it is crazy, but it's so normal, I
Seems
guess,
super
here.
normal.
And so, yeah. And then people on other states or wherever around the world are like, wait, why are you guys so young? Like when we were on our honeymoon, they're like, where's your parents?
yeah,
They
They
thought we were
literally said that.
siblings.
no way.
Okay,
Not on
I
our
will say,
honeymoon.
y'all kind of look like.
The spouse?
The
Yeah.
spouses.
You think so?
We
I
actually
think
do get
something
that.
happens when you get married to someone.
You
You
morph a
start
little.
morphing into them.
It's weird. Yeah.
think
But I
look
wouldn't
like
say that
Lauren.
you
I
guys look
would
like
say you
We don't
guys
look
look
alike.
nothing alike.
So what's wrong?
We're getting. It's not gonna last.
There's our freaking
I
sign.
look like you.
I look like a pinhead right now in my beanie.
No,
You look
nah,
like a
dude,
mushroom.
you look sick.
Abby thinks I look
talking
like a
about-
mushroom in this beanie.
No, just me.
I think I'm gonna start wearing it all the time now. I'm just gonna steal
Thank
it
you.
from
You
Tanner.
can have it, man.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
Yours.
that.
I really like it. Also, to answer your question too about like, is it an LDS thing or is it a Utah thing? I think it's a little bit of both with people getting married young because in the church they're just like, we want you to get married, have a family, raise your kids, get on it, like get to it as soon as possible. So that's kind of the
core of
teaching,
the church.
the core of the church, yeah. But then also with so many people in Utah being a part of the LDS church, I think it's become very cultural too. So it's not surprising anywhere here when someone's like, oh, we've been engaged for 3 months. I'm 19, she's 20. That was us.
and going on missions too. I thought like learning about that. You guys both went on missions, right? And that's
Yeah.
pretty hardcore. Like you're away from your family for is it 2 years?
Yeah.
I only
And-
made it 6 months, but
And I feel like rules have probably changed since
6
then. But
months.
oh, you were gone for 6 months.
yeah, I was gone 6 months, but yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, I mean, like it's pretty hardcore. I mean, it's not like you can just like call home all the time, right? Like you had to write letters if you wanted to communicate with your
Yes,
loved ones.
that sucks.
I guess talk to me about that.
Oh, because you were dating
Yeah.
while he was gone.
Yeah. When I was on my mission, half They changed it a year in, but for the first year, I could
couldn't even
only
email.
write letters. Yeah, you couldn't email
You guys
or do
made it
anything.
through that.
Yeah, so it was like, yeah.
We did in the end.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Wait, did you date somebody else while he was on a mission?
Oh shoot!
Wait, I was like, I'm laughing.
It's okay.
This story
It's
is
fine.
insane.
I
She got
listened-
engaged.
I literally listened to
Or
it.
no,
I
she got
didn't- I
proposed
didn't
to.
get
Sorry,
engaged.
She got
she got
proposed to,
proposed
Abby.
to.
She
My
literally
bad.
got proposed to by
Wait,
this guy.
I knew this, but
Yeah.
you said
Yeah.
no.
It's like a bachelorette situation where she's in love
Did
with
you
two
say
guys.
no in the moment, or did you just see? I feel like for me, I'd be like,
Sure.
yeah,
Just like totally.
Just say yes.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
I don't want to hurt
Later,
feelings. I
like,
hate
I don't know what I was
confrontation.
thinking.
I would have been. I hate confrontation, so yes. I just get. Yeah. What was your question?
Wait, is that okay to talk about?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
You got proposed to while you were on a mission.
No, it was
After
after
I got
he
back.
got home. Yeah. So I dated somebody the final
I forgot
year
about
that
this.
Tanner had. I dated somebody, and I was,
Still thinking about Tanner.
still thinking about Tanner, but I was also falling in love with somebody else. And then when Tanner got home, I wanted to see where things would go with Tanner and I, because I wanted to. And then it came to decision time. Like, I had to choose one or the other.
Did
And
they both know about like what was going on
Yes.
with the other person? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why he wanted to drive to
Kinda.
Tanner's house and punch him in the face.
No, there's a different
no,
guy.
that's a different guy.
Yeah.
That's in high school.
Oh man,
Learn out a lot of guys.
He's been through it all.
there's a lot of
We've been through a lot.
jeez. That's a wild story. And Derik, you went to a pretty like scary area, right, for your mission,
Yeah.
right? Like you were,
Dude, wasn't it like top 3 most dangerous
Top
city in the
one.
Holy crap!
It
Where
was
did you
the
go?
most dangerous city in the world.
The most dangerous city in the world. Where
so I
is
went
it?
out there in 2014, and in 2014 it was San Pedro Sula, Honduras.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was ranked across the board #1 most dangerous city in the world at that time.
Do you like go to sleep and you hear gunshots at night?
Yeah, it was crazy. So there was a lot of areas in the mission where, they'd call us gringos, just white missionaries could not go. So they wanted the Latin native missionaries to serve in those areas because they were just too dangerous. If they see a white missionary there or anyone, they're going to rob them. They're going to,
Really?
yeah, there was a kid in my mission. Luckily, I was, again, only out there for 6 months, so not too many insane things happened. We did get robbed a few times, but there was a kid in my mission who was held at knife point or gun 7 different times.
Holy
In his
crap!
yeah.
Did that happen to you too?
So I never got knife or gun, but we just there was like a gang of 4 people a few times that came up to us, or like 4 or 5 people, and they would just circle around us.
That's
And
scary.
just say and we wouldn't even say anything. We would just instantly give them everything we got, and then they'd start cussing us out, and then we'd leave.
Dude, that's terrifying.
And so
Everything you got, and you're like, I got.
So
the book of
you didn't
Mormon.
even.
no, and they would only let us carry
You need
I think
this,
like
sir.
$5 on us.
$5, really?
I think was what it was. So we would just carry that around. But it's actually cleaned up a ton. Like the country of
Oh.
Honduras now is not. If you look at the list, I don't even think they're on the top 50 now in San
Oh,
Francisco.
that's
So
awesome.
it's crazy. Yeah,
Oh.
they changed a ton, but it was scary. And my mom was so stressed all the time. And
That is
Yeah.
scary.
And you had to learn a different language too to go
Had to
over there,
learn a
right?
I think
different
that's
language.
so cool. You guys both learned Spanish, right?
Spanish,
Yeah. So that's the cool part about it. I mean, you're immersing yourself in this culture and the people there are amazing. Obviously, there's some scary stuff going on at that time, but the people were the kindest humans that you will ever meet in your entire life. And so that was really cool to just kind of immerse yourself in a completely different culture, learn their language, and obviously teach them the stuff that you believe in. And if they don't believe it, that's fine, but you get to meet a lot of great people, and it was cool.
There must
Scary,
have been a
but
lot
cool.
of. I mean, like the character building that must have came out of that must
Yeah.
have been immense to learn a different language, go somewhere where you don't know anybody, and just get thrown in and train for the few months leading up to it.
Yeah.
And you're young and you are fresh out of high school. I mean, that's just that's crazy. And I feel like every young person could benefit from something like that, almost like trial by fire.
Doing something hard. And
Yeah, maybe it
uncomfortable.
doesn't have to be a mission, but just like, I don't know if it would be the Peace Corps or going to just like volunteering somewhere.
I think just getting yourself to another country that can open your perspective a little bit. If
Yeah.
you're able to, I mean, everything's relative, and it's perspective. And if you're able to experience these different cultures, I think it's great too. And little kids are able to travel. Like I would love to take our kids to different countries and just show them, hey, it's not always like this. We've been really blessed. We're fortunate with a lot of different things, but for them to see that, I think is one of the most valuable things.
Did you ever get like bullied or people like making fun of you for like, oh, here are the missionaries coming on their bikes with the white shirt and
every
the black
day,
tie?
yeah.
Actually, every day.
Dude, it is funny though. Like it's cool.
I feel like even when we see
It is funny to
missionaries,
see.
we're like, oh, that's so cute. Like,
And it's even funnier that I like was a missionary, and then like it's been 10 years and 10 years.
Holy cow.
And now I just was like, dude, I was you, and I was wearing the goofy helmet on the like old mountain bike, and just like just every
Did
like
they require you wear a helmet?
yeah,
well, yeah, you have to, right?
yeah, and you're just like in your matching little uniform,
And you
you're
can't
just
leave your companion.
trying so hard, and
Nope.
you're 10 years old.
Tanner would ride his bike as fast as he could to get away
Just to get a thrill, dude, because you don't get away from them unless you're in the bathroom or you ride your bike fast. Yeah,
Okay, just so
you
people
have to
who
be
like your
within
guy?
sight.
people
I
that
liked a lot of them, and then I
you
liked
have
them
multiple.
less. Yeah.
Derek, what about you, man?
I did have a lot of anxiety, and that's when I kind of all came down on me, is when I went out. And
Like you were experiencing it before you went on your mission, and then the mission
yeah,
kind of
experienced it since I was like 9, but then when I went out there, it was just insane. Just absolutely insane. I couldn't even function. And then all of a sudden got this weird brain fog stuff, which is also kind of a result of that cliff accident that happened.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden I'm sitting there, I'm riding home to my family, because again, we're emailing back and forth. And I was sitting in the room, and everything just turned completely blurry, and I couldn't recognize where I was. Like it felt like I was in a dream. And then that feeling lasted for the next 3 months. And I was super anxious, and I would look at people and just be like, I can't really process that you're in front of me right now, and I don't know how to talk to you very well.
That's scary.
And so, and I'm thousands of miles from home in a really dangerous part of the world. I was like, so yeah, there's someone that oversees the whole mission, and he was just like, you got to go home. You got to see a bunch of doctors. We got to get this fixed. I think you have a disease or something going on. So it took forever to get through that. And that was a weird time. But that's when I met Sarah.
That's so sweet.
In a brain fog.
And
Brain
then,
And in the brain fog, we
and
met.
then you met
He
your
didn't know
friend.
what I
I
looked
think
like.
she's pretty.
You know, what's
He's
so
like, yeah, I
interesting.
think she's cute. Can't tell.
Hey, that's funny, dude. You didn't even know what you looked like.
Met me through the fog.
Beautiful. Amazing.
When you finally came to light, he's like, oh yes.
She is.
The fog went away, and he's like, yes.
I listened to your podcast today about your like love stories, and I found it so interesting that Sarah ditched her missionary boyfriend
Oh,
to marry Derek.
here we go in there.
And
Here we go.
Lo
It's the
stuck with
opposite.
her missionary boyfriend and married Tanner.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think that's why
Completely
Derek,
different outcomes.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
both, had both dated someone very seriously, and then she
Yeah.
ended up with the guy I didn't.
Thank you to Factor for sponsoring today's episode. There is no meal harder in the day than your midday meal. Trying to figure it out, making a mess in the middle of the day, it's just agitating. It's hard to get full. It's hard to figure out what to eat and for it to be healthy and affordable. And that is why we are big fans of Factor.
And if you haven't tried the sun-dried tomato chicken, you are missing out. That's my favorite meal that I've had from Factor. I don't know who else ate the sun-dried tomato chicken. Maybe it was like one of your parents. I don't know. I only had one of them, and it was really freaking good.
Well, if you don't know what Factor is, they are pre-prepared meals that all you have to do is pop in the microwave, zap them, they're ready to go. And that's really nice because there's no cleanup involved, no getting ingredients out. It's super nice, and we can both get what we want. Like Matt likes the sun-dried tomato one. I personally love the garlic mushroom chicken thighs one.
Oh, see, you ate that one of ours.
I
so
ate all of them.
I never got to eat that one.
They're really
I'm kind of
good.
bummed. It makes meals so convenient.
They have 35 different options a week, everything from keto to calorie smart to vegan, veggie, and more. There's lots of different options to enjoy with over 55 nutrient-packed add-ins that help make your weekly meal planning even more delicious.
And the wellness shots, you guys. There's one that has lemon and cayenne pepper.
Yeah, that one's got
Freaking
some zing.
So good.
You can tailor your Factor deliveries also to exactly what you need per week. You can get anywhere from 6 to 18 meals a week. Plus, you can pause or reschedule your deliveries at any time.
And they're fresh, never frozen, which is nice knowing that, I'm not having some like frozen meal kit. This is something that was freshly prepared, delivered to my doorstep, and it tastes really freaking good.
And they've done the math. Factor's less expensive than takeout, and every meal is dietitian approved to be nutritious and delicious. So head to factormeals.com/unplanned50 and use code unplanned50 to get 50% off. That's code unplanned50 at factormeals.com/unplanned50 to get 50% off.
Back to the episode.
Yeah.
Do you guys regret moving out of Hawaii?
The longest pause.
Well, it's because I think that it's like so. I don't think I wouldn't use the word regret. I think we
regret me and
Sing it, Tanner.
But Tanner would move back tomorrow, I think.
I think I'd move back tomorrow too.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it would not be hard to pack up and move back.
And you think it's
We're all just like,
All of us are
dude, what do we do?
sad. None of us are talking.
Here's the thing,
It's hard
though.
because
You say it. You
No,
say
you
your
say it.
thing.
No.
You say your thing.
You say your thing.
All right, I'll say my thing. I love it here.
Yeah.
Same.
And I'm fired up on it. And like, there's so many great things that are so fun to do. There's awesome people here. All our families here, which is like number one. That's what got us over here, pretty much. Besides you.
Sorry, guys. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
I do love it here. Nothing bad about the place or the people. Hawaii is just like, every day can be really the day-to-day of being able to go outside. It's sunny. You go to the ocean.
Surfing every day.
Surfing. And we had that tight-knit group of
Hikes.
friends. It was just like,
Special.
Yeah.
It was special.
You guys have had a lot of like really cool stuff happen in your life. You've blown up on social media in the past couple of years. Probably, something that you never thought would happen in the way that it did. And obviously, like as a human, you always want to like keep going, keep pursuing new goals, keep dreaming. But like, does there get to a point where you're like, okay, what's the point of more? Like, when do I just stop endlessly pursuing more and just be content with what I have?
Sarah,
Wait, what?
I feel like that you could appreciate that question.
Can you say it again? Sorry.
Matt, you got so deep in it.
That was-
Honestly, kind
sorry.
of lost me for a
That
second.
was really
too.
deep. Okay.
No, sorry. I just,
Do you
can ask me
feel
again?
as if you're endlessly pursuing more? Because personally, I've definitely felt that in my life,
I feel that.
where it's like, oh, sick, I got 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Let's get a million.
Oh,
Oh,
I
we
see
got
what
a
you're
million.
saying.
Let's go to 5 million. And then it's like, when's the end?
That's the problem with social media is there isn't an end. So I try and focus on being grateful for just what we have now because
Yeah.
I think we have been so lucky and built such a good platform. I feel pretty content. I think Derik more, you like the chase more, I think, than me.
I think it's hard. So going from thinking that I was gonna just, because again, no idea that this was gonna happen. This was COVID, realistically. Like we were posting on social media and stuff like that before, but COVID hit and we started doing this full time. She lost all her weddings as a photographer. I'm in school. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm probably gonna go work in the corporate world, focused on that. And whatever I'm doing, I want to do really well. And so I get put into this position of Instagram husband, or just honestly, I kind of felt like I work for my wife. And so, yeah, it was hard. And I guess I just want to find purpose in anything that I'm doing. And so if it's content creation, I mean, Sarah's way bigger than I am on social media, but I'm like, I just want to work hard with whatever we're doing. And it's been, luckily we're fortunate enough to be able to, do what we do and make money from this and have an awesome community. It's really cool. It is cool, but I feel like I have to work really hard at it.
I was just going to say, I think it's important to have a balance of being content and wanting to perform well, like you're saying. I think if you're always chasing that, then you just get lost in
100%.
it because you're just wanting more and it never ends. And it's grasping at air almost. I think you have to be content with the life that we have and what we've built. But if you want to be good at it, then trying to do better.
I have shifted my mindset on this as well, where I got caught up in views and being like, oh, this video must suck because it only got however many views or whatever it was. And now if a video does worse or does really good, I don't care because I'm making a video, and if I like the video, then I think it's cool, and it doesn't have to be based off of views anymore. So I feel like I don't even look at that stuff anymore.
You've gotten a lot better at that, because you did struggle with that for a while, and it was kind of like day or week ruined because video didn't do good.
Because I must be the worst content
I'm the
creator
worst.
ever.
Yeah, everybody hates me, and yeah, stuff like that. And I'm like, nobody hates you. It just the algorithm didn't pick your video, or maybe the video people just weren't into it, but who cares? Because
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, and I think it's cool. And what else matters?
Yeah.
And I think you've done a really good job at being I'm just gonna you've shifted a lot. Your mindset has shifted a lot. It's awesome. Yeah.
How is it working with your spouse?
The question of questions.
Do you guys get along? Has working together been better or worse for your marriage? Because I'll be honest, like
We don't.
You know when it's true when there's a shoulder.
No, here's how we've saved our marriage. Like for our podcast, Abby just shows up.
Abby shows up.
Wait,
Which
honestly,
I love.
This is what's kind of happened with us, where I feel like it's gotten better.
You kind of just show up, Tanner. Is that your job?
I mean, there was a while. Yeah. I mean, right now I'm showing up. And
We're showing the
6 cameras on me right now. I'm participating, and I'm loving being here with my friends.
Yeah.
Hey, and my brother.
And my brother.
Sis.
You're here, man.
My great friends.
My great friend. Oh man. He has to acknowledge every person.
Yeah, there was a while there. I was just like, dude, I'm not down. It feels like I'm working for my wife, not with my wife. Yeah. It feels very like this is your dream, not mine. And nothing against the dream. It just wasn't initially mine. And I saw how awesome it was, what kind of life it could provide for our family, and I wanted to do everything I could to help out. But it kind of got to a point where I was getting burned out, and I wasn't stoked, and I was doing things that I wasn't stoked about. And Lauren loves it, and so she took on a lot more of the work. And I said, all right, I'm just gonna go kind of like full dad. Let me know when we need to be in some content. And like I'll help out with literally whatever. I do all the back, like the annoying house stuff, the taxes, anything that's like back there. And
wait, do you do your own taxes?
It's working.
No, I don't do my own taxes.
I was like, do you not hire?
Don't act like you do your taxes,
just
man.
stuff to the tax person.
Don't act like
I
you do your taxes.
communicate with the tax person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I set up all the bank accounts. I file the paperwork. I sign the documents. I do all that kind of like boring stuff.
Freaking
And then
fun
I just
being
play
a dad.
with,
Isn't being a
with
dad
kids
the best?
all day, and it is incredible. And I'm a lot happier.
We
and I
found
think
a
Lauren's
really
lot
good
happier.
balance with.
Yeah,
It's a give and take.
but
That's sweet.
That's really sweet.
Sarah over here just nodding.
Sarah, are you in the same boat?
Of balance? Are we balanced?
They're finding their.
I don't know.
We have not yet found our balance, but we
No.
are. Well, we're working on it.
A big thing, again, is, okay, starting off doing all of this is I was like, okay, I got to do all this stuff that Sarah doesn't want to do, or like emails, for example. So for the last 4 years, I've been doing all of our emails.
But I wanted to do emails.
And
so.
she really was, it was so hard because I'd get these emails of people saying, hey, we'd love to do this with Sarah or whatever. And I am not a very good communicator. I'll see it.
You're kidding.
Nah.
You don't answer your phones or
because
emails
usually when I
or your
text you
texts?
4 times, it takes you like a month
Like
to
a
get back
day.
to me. So like, I mean, that's pretty quick compared
So
to most
imagine
people.
going through this person to get to
But it was
the
like,
people.
I felt like I had to answer all of our emails for some reason.
Okay, can I just roast you for a second?
Please roast.
Okay.
Every time on your podcast, roast it.
I think that's why he invited us.
I'll text Tanner, and then like a couple of days will go by. And I'm like, maybe I should like follow up on the text, and I'll text him again, no response. And I'm like,
wait,
okay,
you're talking
maybe.
about Tanner or Derik?
Yeah,
I mean,
talking
Derek,
about-
I'm
he's talking
sorry,
about Tanner.
Derek.
You just
and I'm
said
like,
Tanner.
okay, I'll text Derek, no response. A couple days go by, text him again, no response. Then I'm like, you know what? Maybe he just like doesn't want to be friends anymore, which is totally cool. Like we can go our separate ways, whatever. And I'm like, no, I think Derek just sucks at responding to his phone. So then I'll send another text, still no response. And then I'm like, F it, I'm done. Frick it, whatever.
Frick it.
And then
Frick
like a
him.
month later, Derek will send me like a 5-minute voice message that's like, dude, I am so sorry this happened again. Like I'm gonna be better and like respond to my messages. I'm
Ain't
so
that the
sorry.
truth?
Don't take offense. It literally happens to us.
I really,
too.
really
Ain't
hope.
that the truth?
I really hope I'm not the only one out there that struggles with this.
Dude, I'll
'cause
be
I
honest.
feel so bad every time.
And I'll be honest, dude, I'm really bad. I'm not that bad. I leave people hanging for like a day or two sometimes, maybe 3
Yeah.
days.
I
I
think
told
it's-
him he has to respond to me though, so he pinned mine, and I'm the
Yeah.
only
Pin Abby.
one.
I think
That's
it's
smart.
been my New Year's resolution for the last 3 years is, hey,
One of
this
these
year you're going to be a
years.
good texter.
One of these years, it's gonna happen.
I hope so.
What's your notifications look like on your phone? Is it like 1,000 notifications on iMessage?
Yeah, it is. And I think the thing that gets me is group messages. Group messages suck. I hate it.
He was by himself.
I know, but it kind of just like leads to me not responding to anyone.
It's like
Oh,
overwhelmed.
you mean
I'm
a group like
overwhelmed.
2 people?
Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring today's episode. I have a new theory, and it is that the people with ADHD actually go underdiagnosed.
Yep.
Because the people that actually have it can't get themselves organized enough to go to the doctor to get it diagnosed.
We can't say this for certain yet because I have not officially been diagnosed with ADHD. I forgot to get my blood work done today. I'm sorry. I forgot to go to the lab to get tested.
Matthew. But anyway, we're actually getting somewhere with Matt's diagnosis, and that is thanks to ZocDoc. We use the link in the description of our own podcast, so visit that also. We used our code, and Matt has had a couple appointments.
But it's not just for ADHD. You can use ZocDoc for so many other things.
What it is it's a place where you can find and book tens of thousands of top tier doctors, all with verified patient reviews, so you can know that you are seeing well-liked doctors that are also verified and approved in their field.
It's a completely virtual doctor's appointment, which makes it really convenient because I didn't have to drive to a doctor and wait in the waiting room. I just did it on my phone.
Well, they even have same-day appointments available. We booked it a little bit far in advance for you, but you can get same-day appointments with ZocDoc.
Yes.
That will never happen with an in-person doctor. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. Once you find the doctor you want, you can book them immediately. No more awkward waiting times. They're top rated, patient reviewed, credible doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance and are located near you, which is what we did, and treat basically any condition you're searching for. I use ZocDoc and you should too. Go to ZocDoc.com/unplanned and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/unplanned. ZocDoc.com/unplanned.
Back to the episode.
So many group messages. I get overwhelmed. We're doing social media stuff. I'm overwhelmed. I've looked at my screen all day, and I'm just like,
I feel you.
I can't look at my phone anymore.
You gotta read a book. It's
I'm
great.
I'm gonna read books.
I just read books now.
No, so I'm excited to
He's
start
gonna get
reading
a
books.
Kindle, Abby. He's
Yeah,
gonna,
I can't do anything else with my life right now.
You
So
could be a part of my book club.
really?
Oh my
That's
gosh.
cute.
Will you really let me
that.
join?
I will let you join.
How do I?
I will let you join.
How do we
Wait,
do
It's
it?
just us two.
Wait, it's just
Matt,
us
is
two.
that okay?
Wait,
This is inappropriate.
Abby can do whatever she wants.
I really
She can do
want
whatever she wants.
only rom-coms.
Just need my
Why do I
approval.
support that
I want to
so
be in this,
hard?
but only rom-coms.
Unfortunately, I like books about killing.
Abby
wait,
likes
me
to read
too.
murder books. Yeah, very graphic. We like to watch Game of Thrones
I read a
together.
Do
rom-com and
you?
just
Do
wasn't
you
doing
and
it.
Sarah?
Oh, wow.
We're
do
the
you
same.
and Sarah have the same like sense of humor and
I
kind of
think
like?
we do.
I like violent.
I
movies.
love
Violent.
violence.
books.
Game of Thrones, bring it
Why?
on.
Why do you guys like
I
violence?
don't know.
Have you ever thought about why?
I always thought I was
Wait,
the only
really do
one.
it.
This
Then
is
I'm
the
like, I
test.
think I need to dissect this.
What's your
with a-
favorite movie? What's your favorite movie?
What's my favorite?
Is John Wick in the top
What's
three?
our
I
favorite
do
movie?
like John Wick.
Because that's Sarah's like top movie.
Yeah, I watched it
No,
with them.
you did
Throw
not
me under
like
the
John
bus with
Wick.
me.
No, you
That was a
love John
rare
Wick.
one that you didn't like. I feel like.
No, I just
Abby,
fell
this
asleep.
kind of surprises me actually. I didn't think that you were
What's the
violent.
What's the one?
I'm so violent.
Oh, sure.
Abby wouldn't hurt a fly. Loves.
There's that movie that has like the most cuss words out of any movie
Oh,
in
I
the
really
world.
like that movie. It was
And
called.
it's with freaking
I always forget the name of it.
Matt
It's
Damon.
like the mafia.
It's with Matt Damon. It's about the
It's called, like, the-
Irish
The Mafia.
The
gentleman.
Gentlemen.
no.
Matt Damon.
I know what you're talking about.
Leonardo DiCaprio. What's the movie?
Can't think of it.
Oh, is it the horse one where he gets inside the horse?
With this guy, Jack Nicholson. He's
The
in
Revenant.
Oh.
No. Oh gosh.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
it.
I know what you're talking about.
The Departed.
Departed.
That's
That's like I love that movie.
Abby
Really?
watched that
I've
movie and
never
she's
seen that.
Let's
Never
watch
seen
it
it.
tonight.
Oh,
she said,
shoot.
Matt, you know what I appreciated about that movie? There were no cuss words. And I was like, Abby, they dropped the F-bomb every 10 seconds.
I didn't hear it.
did not.
I went ear blind to the F word on that movie.
I
It was
just
so
love
bad.
that they didn't say the F word once.
I didn't say it like that. I was like, I love that it was good. It was like violent, but it wasn't like gruesome, and it was like there was no sexy scenes, and I was like, it was pretty clean. He's like, they said the F word for like every minute on average. I was like,
Wow.
Stop.
Abby doesn't want the sexy
why
scenes.
this is a great film.
What?
Oh my gosh, the balloon.
Stop.
The balloon migrated over there.
Also, who's banging on the window?
That's terrifying.
Did you hear that?
I keep
Wait,
hearing that.
Is that your house?
Wait, Tanner, the green balloon is now behind the jail.
Someone
Dude, I
was
just-
banging on the window or something.
No,
Wait,
No, I
freaking
think it's a
heard that.
firework.
I think
Wait,
those are
that's
fireworks.
scary.
Why are there
they're
fireworks
I
going
thought
on
it was
right
a
now?
firework.
Can somebody open the window or check the
No,
door?
don't open the
Okay.
window. If
Do you
open
guys
it,
think your house is
somebody will
actually
be there.
haunted? Because before the podcast, you're like, I think my house is haunted.
No, I don't think this house is
Nah,
haunted.
Do you
Okay.
believe in that though? Do you think houses can
Yes,
be
I
haunted?
get
Yes, they
That is
can.
1,000%
Why?
true because I've been haunted before. And so have they, and so has he.
No way. Okay, we need to discuss this right now because I'll be honest, I don't believe in that at all. I just don't. I just don't think it's
then
legit.
you're wrong. You're just straight up wrong.
Explain
I'm
to
sorry.
me how there could be a haunted house. What was your story?
Explain to you how because there's ghosts living with us all the freaking
You don't
time. Where
believe
do you
in
think-
any spirits?
You don't
Ghosts?
believe in
I don't
spirits?
believe in ghosts.
Do you think when we
How?
die, we just die and gone?
What's your ghost story?
Wait,
I
okay.
want to know. I want to know what happened to you guys.
That's too long.
It's too long for this.
It's
Can
too
you
long.
do like a
Seriously, too
2 minute,
I
I
cannot.
can. She cannot.
Okay,
Okay,
Tanner,
Let Tanner
do
do
it.
it.
give us a
and me-
2 minute
yeah.
ghost story. Go.
But it's just going to be botched, so here we go.
You're not going to get the details. It's not going to have the same effect.
Okay, how long did
it
you
You're
will
not
have
going
the
to believe
same
it
effect.
if it's in 2 minutes.
That's true. Lauren
I
does like
honestly
to build
for-
up the emotions so that you really get
I'm
spooked.
going to really pull
Yeah.
you in and I'm going to make you believe in ghosts.
That's
Okay,
a
Fred,
podcast
that's
in
my deal.
itself.
We'll save it
It
for
could
another
be a
time.
full podcast.
It's-
This is
literally
in
Can we do
a
the-
2 minute.
Can we
2
do
minutes,
the
here's Tanner.
Spark Notes version and you can do the
Tanner,
full
bring
rundown
him in
later?
still. Give him the, give him the
Okay,
grip.
bring me into the ghost story.
The ghosts are
His
real.
name was Ralph.
I don't think they
name
are.
was
They
Ralphie.
are real.
His name was Ralphie.
His name was for sure Ralphie.
Okay, this is what happened. To start, we move into a really old house, old basement, really old landlords that live above us. They go on a cruise with their whole family. Everybody's gone. It's 11:30. I hear footsteps upstairs. Don't think anything of it. There's snow outside, by the way. Hear footsteps, and then I just 20 minutes later, I'm like, wait a second.
Because we were used to hearing footsteps upstairs.
Wait a second. That was weird. I heard footsteps upstairs. Lauren, nobody's supposed to be here. Lauren goes, oh yeah, nobody's supposed to be here. We go back out. I hear the footsteps again creaking on the wood. And we call the police.
I called the police.
Because
there was
nobody's
literally
supposed to
somebody
be into their house. So we kind of thought somebody broke in, right? Police come, they scan the whole house. Nobody's there. There's no footsteps outside. Nothing came in or out. No cars, no nothing. We're like, damn. That was scary. We go sleep at our brother's house. Okay, so for that week, the whole week they're gone, or two things happen per day that are just so spooky.
Give me another example.
I don't go to work the next day. I'm like, dude, I'm freaking scared.
Well, you left and then you came back because you were scared to leave me.
Yeah. I'm just going to
That's
go
the
on my
dumbest
timeline.
little insert. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just details that are important. I'm just going to tell them really fast.
Flo, did you hear these footsteps?
I'm
Did you hear the
chomping at the bit
footsteps?
over here because there's so many things you don't know still that I'm just like, you
Like
gotta
what?
know.
Define- tell me what
Okay,
what
so
is-
the next
yeah.
next thing, Lauren comes out of, I'm not home. Lauren comes out of the shower. She's in a towel, sits on the couch that's facing the wall that faces their unit because they have a downstairs room. Super loud bang right against the wall behind her head. Freaks out. That night, we lay into bed. I'm asleep, and Lauren shakes me awake and says, stop shaking the bed. I said, I was asleep, thank you. And then I wake up, and then I feel the shaking of the bed. No,
bed
we were
was
not
shaking.
soaking. And then
Oh my god.
to the point where I got off the bed to look underneath if somebody was shaking the bed. Could have been an earthquake. I don't know. Nobody else felt it. Then the next time there's motion lights outside that just go on and off for a little bit. Could have been deer. Could have been a ghost.
But they have to walk around.
Yeah, they have to be really close. Once again, it's this is winter.
We're
There's
looking out
fresh
the
snow.
window.
There's no hoof prints. There's no footprints. The lights keep going on and off. The next thing was
The swing.
The
we
dog.
brought Jessie, her brother's dog, over. The dog comes inside, goes to the one door that's connected to their
one that
part of the
smacked the
house
wall.
where the wall smack was, and just all the hair up on his back, growling, barking super loud. And we're like, maybe he has to go to the bathroom. We send him outside, comes straight back to that door. And then when he's done, he goes like this, looks up in the corner, and for 20 minutes is just going like this, up at the corner.
my-
And then there's making growls.
Staring at something.
Literally, and there's nothing there.
Nothing's
nothing
there.
there.
And you're seeing your dog.
The next time I drive home from work, there's a swing
Dogs
set
know.
outside. The swing is in full swing when I
Just
park.
Once.
I park, it's still going in full swing, and then it
Wait.
stops.
Matt.
I'm
Explain
convinced.
that, Matt.
I'm sorry.
Holy frick!
Can you explain that?
I'm missing some
You're
stuff
missing
for the
a lot
spark
of
Holy
stuff.
notes.
fetch,
too.
guys.
But it was
You
so
see, my eyes are
spooky.
tearing up because I'm getting a little scared.
I believe it goes.
Maybe that balloon is haunted.
I'm
Also,
just
that
saying.
is just
What
watching
the frick?
us.
Okay. So I really do think that there's logical explanations for all this. I really
I
do.
do too, but when it all
There
happened
has to
all
be.
at once while they were gone, it was that was a lot.
Then the logical explanation is there's a
I
ghost.
start going,
Did it
We
ever happen
wanted- we
again?
kept
Hold
trying-
up. Was that it? Was
So
that the
then
end
they
of
came
it?
back, and then every
every
noise we would
noise-
hear, oh, that's them.
We would just blame it on them.
But
Maybe your neighbors were the ghosts. Maybe you thought that they existed and they actually
dude,
didn't.
I thought that they. Oh, whoa.
Well, that just got really deep.
So scary.
Whoa, dude! I just did a rewind of every moment I ever saw them.
There was a time that I saw
Dude, like when he was in the hot tub, and that was not real.
Wait, what? What? I'm scared. I'm so scared.
No, I'm so scared
3
right now.
a.m. in the hot tub, dude. He wasn't there.
There's one every night.
Wait, what? What?
When I thought that
He had
wasn't
a
our
hook for a
landlord.
hand.
He had a hook for a hand.
He had a hook.
What is
No, he had a.
He had a hook for a hand.
I realized. Yes, he had a hook.
One night we get home. Okay? We get home.
He had 2 hands.
I'm not kidding you. We get home one night. He had 2 hands. He was sitting in this hot tub. Okay, the hot tub placement was really weird because when they were in the hot tub, we had to go down the stairs below the hot tub to get to our front door. And so when they were
We'll take you. It's right down the street.
A balcony,
Really?
like a normal.
This house is down the
This
street.
house is just down the
I want to
street.
go check it out.
Let's go.
Okay. So picture a balcony on like ground level, like grass level. Our apartment was in the basement, so we had to take stairs that went underneath the hot tub to go to our front door. So there was a time when we were going to our front door, and he was just chilling in the hot tub, and we were like, "Hey," and he was like, I'm not joking. It was so fucking weird, and no one was just like bolted
Like
for the
Men in Black, like he was wearing a man suit, and he like did some alien talk.
I'm like, that was not a person.
Wait, he was wearing a suit in the tub?
No, like he was the suit. Like his human body
His
was the
human body
suit.
is the suit, and there's an alien
scary.
inside him, and it was
He barged into he knocked the table
barged
over
into our house
to get
one
into
time.
our house. All right,
Barged.
you win.
So you actually think? Hold
I don't know
on.
what
I don't know.
now.
I think he's the ghost now.
I still don't believe in that stuff, but
No,
it's so
it's a-
freaky that it happened to you.
Yeah, it was scary.
But then it just ended though.
Yeah, and it was like you're in the, when you're like watching a movie and you're like, you guys just leave the house, like get a new place. We were like
couldn't.
there
We
and
were
we're
like
like,
poor, and we couldn't leave the
Oh,
place.
yeah, you couldn't
we
afford
going
like,
through
couldn't
this.
leave the place. Like we were like, well, we slept at my brother's house the first night that things happened, and then we were like, I guess I gotta go back home now.
Okay.
Like that was it.
You guys, I think this would be such an interesting YouTube series. Like, I would love to have people submit who have had crazy, supernatural experiences or whatever, and then go like document it, documentary style, whatever, and see if it's legit, and then report on it. I think that'd be the most interesting crap
isn't that
ever.
called like Ghost Hunters?
No, but like YouTube style.
Like you do it on your YouTube, like
Yeah, because I have a hard time believing in that stuff. I think even with Ghost Hunters and those TV shows, I know that they
you're
make
like,
up a
what
lot of
is
that
real?
stuff. It's
They have to probably like keep views.
yeah,
but maybe
and
some
so
of it's legit.
I would love to debunk it. I would love to figure out what's actually
You'd be
going on.
perfect for it because you don't believe in it.
I'm so
you would
curious.
see a ghost and be like, see, that's a projection.
that's a projection.
And I'm just thinking that because I'm a little delulu today. Like you would.
I haven't eaten in a while.
I'm a little delulu today.
That wasn't real.
Okay, what's your ghost story in 2 minutes?
He's not gonna let me tell this because I'll give too many details, so he can shorten it up.
Okay.
Oh no, Derek likes
Did
stories
you guys ever
too.
tell them about you getting haunted? By the way, were you
Yeah.
like calling them
Yeah,
like,
we knew
hey,
about
yeah.
it. And
Oh,
then
they
ours
knew.
was like,
Theirs was like a week later.
did you ever
was
come
like
in
a
with
week. Ours
like
was a
the
week
Book
later.
of Mormon? And
no.
Bro, okay, but for real though?
But actually,
I didn't hold
actually
a
do
Book
that?
of Mormon, but bro, I was like, we were like saying our prayers. We do that sometimes at night.
Thank you to Jenny Kane for sponsoring today's episode. As Midwesterners at heart, we both were raised in the Midwest, Missouri and Illinois.
Yep.
I feel like we've talked about this recently, how we feel like we were like almost trained to view California as like somewhat scary.
Yeah.
Don't you
Everyone
think?
hates California.
They don't hate it. I feel like that also just comes, well, maybe they do kind of hate it.
It's kind of like they hate us because they ain't us because we're just, I think people are just
I
deep
think it was
down jealous.
envious.
They're jealous
Like,
of the
I
sunshine.
remember being
and-
like, how does this place actually exist with the sunshine and the
Yes.
really cool fashion? And Jenny Kane is literally California clothes in a brand.
Whoa,
they have
really?
the cool fashion, very upscale. I would say they're like minimalist and effortless, but also timeless. I feel like you can create the perfect capsule wardrobe using their pieces because they're so simplistic, so you can change them to fit any type of style you're going for. They do cashmere like no other brand. Their cashmere is super lightweight but feels like really, really soft. But you can pair it with like nice linen pants and make like a more dressy style, or you can dress it down with like a long boho skirt. Basically, you can use their pieces to create any look you're going for. They're kind of known for their super luxe yet lightweight sweaters. Like I said, they're cashmere. And they also have, though, a home essentials collection where they have timeless furniture pieces, cozy pillows and throws, perfectly curated decor, and the most incredible candles.
I love that.
Find your new uniform at jennykane.com. Our listeners get 15% off your first order when you use code UNPLANNED15 at checkout. That's 15% off your first order, JENNIKAYNE.com. Promo code UNPLANNED15. Let getting dressed be one less thing to worry about.
Now back to the episode.
This was the scariest part of this whole thing. This was actually the scariest part for me.
I was like, thank you for this day.
Can I say one thing? Wait. I'm going to say one thing because during this whole week, to each other, we never admitted anything. We would just like be like, this is fake, right? Like, we did not say that this was real. We didn't talk. Like, we would hear something upstairs. We'd be like, that was Ghosty Boy. But we wouldn't say it out loud. We would just like be cuddling. And then all of a sudden we'd hear something and then just like roll away from each other and like go to sleep. And so we just hadn't admitted it at this point, but go for it.
Okay. 2-minute version. Here we go. You can't jump in though.
I will not.
You're going to.
I will not talk. No.
Sarah and I have been dating for, I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks or something. No, it had been like a week.
You already messed it up. You already messed it up.
Okay, it was the night after Tanner and Lauren's.
Derek is a detail boy. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was the night after Tanner and Lauren's wedding. We drove up a canyon in my parents' Suburban because we wanted to just go.
What color was the Suburban?
Red. We wanted to go make out in a canyon because.
You guys were making out.
Because you liked each other?
Because we were natty.
We weren't even married. No, I thought it would be fun to take the Suburban all the way up the canyon and.
Where no one could find us.
It's notorious for being a haunted canyon. It's supposedly where Ted Bundy's cave is.
Because Ted Bundy actually killed people in Utah,
He
right?
did.
Oh, yeah.
And in that canyon, right?
In that canyon.
Yeah.
That
okay,
is
it's not
terrifying.
supposedly. It is.
I don't
Yeah.
know if that's true.
Bad vibes up
You
there.
guys have friends or something, like acquaintances that like their mom was
Yes.
like killed
Yes.
by him or something?
My,
That's really
my
almost.
cousin's mom's best friend, cousin-in-law's mom's best friend was killed.
Oh,
That's
geez, I didn't know
so
that story.
sad and
Yeah.
horrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Sorry. You can keep going.
Okay, back to the story.
Okay.
So I'm going up the canyon. There's a great spot, like right when you get up there, cool lake, but I thought it would be fun to go another 30 minutes up this dirt road to the very top of the canyon. We didn't see a single soul anywhere in this canyon. It's like 10 degrees, no one out. It's almost December.
And I stopped him a few times to say I had a really
Sarah
bad
kept saying,
feeling about it.
don't go, let's not do it. And I was just like, this is kind of just like...
No, he asked me if I wanted to turn around, and I said, no,
Oh,
it's
I did,
okay.
huh?
I think I was just getting
respectful.
free. You were respectful.
That's right. Yeah, I was.
Nice.
So we got to the top, and I pulled up in a bunch of trees around us, and Sarah and I just, obviously, we started talking first, and we're having a great talk.
Cars off, by the way.
Cars off. We started kissing.
No. First were the lights in the window.
Okay. Sarah, just want to tell the story.
He's just missing some details.
Okay, just fill
lights
me
in
in.
the window.
There's no, but we. Oh,
While we're talking.
while we're talking. Oh, I can't
Hadn't
remember.
started kissing yet.
Shit.
Just keep going. You're doing great.
Timelines, man. Timelines.
Lights in the window while we were talking. Okay, but we hadn't seen a single car going up. And then we start making out. And
No, Derek. No.
Sarah, you need to tell this.
Okay,
Literally
Sarah,
just
take
tell
I
over.
was gonna fully
Pick
let
one
him do
of
it,
you.
but he's missing such a huge chunk of the story.
Sarah, you
Sarah,
tell.
you gotta trust.
Sarah, take over the story.
Lights in the, I'm gonna really try and condense. Lights in the window, and then we open the door. It's a cop. He's being so freaking weird. He wouldn't look Derek in the eyes. Normally they ask your age if you're in a car together. It's turned off. We're up there so far, and he would not make eye contact with Derek. I'm sitting there watching them talk, and he's like being really weird. What are you guys doing up here?
What if he's a fake cop?
This is part of the story. So he's like,
didn't
what?
Ted Bundy do that?
Yes.
Oh, frick.
Is that so
Oh,
weird?
frick.
just got the chills.
I'm so terrified.
Wait,
Okay,
So,
did he
so
actually
he's not
do that?
looking.
Yes.
He would.
He would pretend to
he
be a
would
police
pretend to be a
officer.
cop to take people.
So maybe he was. Wait, he was a copycat. Well, like people do that, right? They like copy real criminals.
You
You're
guys,
like,
this
oh.
is why
I don't
it's so
like that.
scary. So, and this, you're about to
Also,
miss this part of the
we
story.
realized all of this after it happened.
Okay.
We started
Okay,
thinking
yeah.
about
So
it.
we're thinking, but
Oh,
no,
my
this
hairs
part.
are standing up.
I got chills.
This part I thought
Ew,
was
you
so
have
weird
chills
because
so bad.
he, no joke, will not look Derek in the eyes. And this is a cop. Normally a cop would be like, hey, what's up? You got like looking at you. And he was just looking down. And I'm like, this guy's weird. And he didn't ask for our IDs. He didn't ask for our age. He just said, what are you guys doing up here? And we said, oh, we're just hanging out. We're talking. He goes, sorry. Sometimes we have to come up here because people get stuck in the snow. It had not snowed once this season. Like no snow anywhere. And then he goes, all right, y'all have a good night. Shuts the door. Doesn't ask our age. Doesn't ask any questions.
He opened your door?
Yeah, well, Derik opened it.
I opened the door for him.
Oh, it wasn't like a window down situation.
Yeah, and the guy was outside and he opened the door. Then he just shuts the door and doesn't do anything.
Did you see his police car?
We saw a Suburban, but I didn't see.
We saw lights, but we couldn't identify it as a police car.
I couldn't identify it.
It was too dark?
It was just the lights on us, and it was dark outside.
The lights were just shining in the window, but we couldn't really see.
Couldn't see if there were lights on top of it.
Were they cop lights or were they just the headlights?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
There was no lights of a police car.
Did he just have a police car, a police uniform on?
He had a tan shirt with a badge. So
it looked like a police uniform.
It looked like a... But he said people get stuck in the snow, but it had not snowed. And that's why he was doing a patrol up there.
Okay.
But we didn't pass one car on the way up, so the whole thing was just weird.
Where does it get spooky, though?
Okay, so then we shut the door. We start making out. The whole car gets fogged up, obviously. And it's freezing outside. And you can't see.
I hate this part.
And Derik and I were we were not doing anything crazy, but we were on top of each other.
There was a little bit of movement.
There was some movement.
Not
this is like the pre-soak.
Okay.
Not.
Help.
Completely dry.
Help. Get me out of
My
here.
respect for you just skyrocketed, my brother. All right.
No.
Oh, man. Derik, you want to take it away from here, or do you want me to keep going?
No, keep going, because I'm going to forget.
I'm going to forget. Anyway, so I kept hearing this knocking sound, and I thought it was Derik's knee or arm, something hitting the side. And then at the same time, while we were kissing, we both realized, stop. This is not us.
Can you crop in on my arm?
At the same...
Crop in.
Crop it on my arm.
Chills.
Cropping on those chills. And so we both stop. We're dead silent. The car's off, and there's just a knock on the window. Slow knock. Just dunk.
But but it was clear as day.
Clear
Somebody
as
knocking.
day. Someone is outside the car knocking on the window.
Normally, I would say she's being a little dramatic, but
I'm not
it
being
was
dramatic.
clear as day knock.
Clear as day. And I go, Derik, someone is outside the car. Get to the front now. And he flies to the front of the Suburban, turns the car on. We can't see anything because the windows are just so fogged. And he turns on... I'm giving way too many details.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm locked in right now.
I'm locked in.
Sorry.
Keep going.
So he turns on the air, and half of my window in the back was getting hit by air, and half of it unfogged, and I just see a pair of legs by the tree, and it's a guy wearing shorts, and we're talking like 20 degrees max. Less than that.
No, it was freezing.
And I say, Derik, there's a guy by the trees. Go now. I don't know. Like, it's so creepy at this point. I don't even know. So he says, I can't see. I still can't see anything. He said, I don't care. Go. And so he starts driving, and we're in this big parking lot. His window starts to unfog a little bit. We're driving down the canyon, and the Suburban lights are going bright and dim, and the air is doing the same thing. It's going and then stopping, and it's just going. And I was like, is this normal?
Never done that before.
Is this normal for this car? And he goes, no, it always works. We drive down the whole canyon like that, and I'm just pretending that this is not happening. And then the second that we get out of the canyon, the lights go bright, the air starts going full.
Literally
and the second we get out of, like, to the T of the last rock.
The canyon where Ted Bundy would do his murder.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also known as like a haunted canyon.
Would he hide his victims there? What's the story?
He took girls up there to rape and kill, and
I think, I don't really know.
That's what people would always say.
Like,
I'm
in
not
your brain,
sure. I can't
are you
confirm.
saying like you feel like it's almost his ghost, or you feel like it's a copycat
We didn't think
criminal?
anything of it at the beginning until it was actually when we texted you guys. And Tanner sent us an article
You sent
the next
us the
day.
article, dude.
And
You sent us an article about
some killers will dress up as cops
and it said it's
to
a
kill
very
their
popular
victims.
thing.
It's a popular thing.
Oh, yeah,
to,
I found an article about that
yeah,
thing
you sent
happening.
it to us.
Yeah, I did hear.
I wonder
So then
why
all of a
he
sudden
didn't.
we started to put the pieces together.
And then
Dude, it was
after
in
that,
my
it got
UVU
10
homework.
times scarier.
That's really freaky. Here's my question though: how do we know the guy in the shorts wasn't just some dude who forgot to wear pants and just needed a
But
ride?
what's he
Nobody
doing
was
up
up there.
there?
No cars
You drove
up there.
up there and nobody was
No
there.
Have you ever
cars.
been?
No
I mean,
cars.
we were at the
Lake
tippy
is like
top.
We
you
were at
have
the
to
very
drive
top.
on
And what's
dirt
this
roads.
thing
There's
called?
one road up.
It's called American
Dude, it
Fort
was
Can
Canyon.
we go
Wim
there
Hof.
tomorrow?
We could, but that's not where it got. Then I got haunted after
She
that.
got something linked
Something
onto her.
linked to me
She
and
got-
bad vibe, and
And you just got
I got haunted
haunted
for
after that.
the
I mean, I'm
next
talking.
few
We're
weeks.
we're hearing like little kids
laughing
in my parents'
I
house.
saw-
And you
I-
heard it too.
I heard
it.
it.
I saw
wasn't
a
just Sarah.
full-on heavy metal door just slam shut in front of me.
Yeah,
And I
at her apartment.
At my
Guys, why do
apartment.
I still? I I believe you, but I don't at the same time.
No, it's crazy. I was having breakdowns to Derik because I felt like I was in a horror movie where I didn't think I was going to be okay because random crap like that kept happening. And I said something bad is connected to me and I don't know why.
Was there something that you did to get it off of you?
He gave me a blessing, actually, a prayer in our church, and nothing happened after that. So
Really?
Well, that's what Tanner was doing.
Yeah.
But it didn't do anything?
After that I didn't have any crazy experiences, but the last straw was at his house and everyone had left and we were there alone. And we heard this glass bowl shaking upstairs and I kind of in my head was thinking this is happening again. Some crazy thing is about to happen.
Yeah.
No one was there. We went upstairs, we checked, and then we both heard this crazy little girl laughter coming from his parents' room.
That's terrifying.
And I just broke down, started crying. He gave me a blessing, prayer. Nothing happened after that. It's crazy. But
Did that work for you, Tanner?
Oh yeah.
Well, that
No. Did the blessing? You said you did a
he said a
blessing
prayer.
too.
Yeah, mine
Did the
worked.
prayer work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Is
worked,
that
right?
is
It
that
was the
when yours?
first time that we said it to each other while living in the house. It was the scariest moment of my life because his voice like completely changed.
Oh yeah, I was starting to tell that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Your voice changed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, I sounded
like the way that
like
he started
I
talking.
sounded like Zeus.
Like all of a sudden,
I could
his
try to do it
voice.
again.
Were you like, I command you, ghost, out of this house?
Dude, I went full. I didn't.
I've never been so scared in my life.
I have no experience doing like by the power of whatever. No, just heard about it. But I was like, I was saying a prayer out loud, and then all of a sudden, I felt it getting really dark, like
enclosing.
it just felt like it, like the feeling of darkness just felt like it was getting all over us, and I was like, all of a sudden, my voice changed, and I was just like.
Leave.
I was just like.
He just commanded it to leave. I think I don't even remember what you said,
Yeah,
but
I
I
was
was
like, get out of our
shaking
house.
my boots.
but my voice was like thank
He
you for this
doesn't
day.
have
Thank you for the day. Yeah,
No, I mean you have a great voice, but it's never like
You have a little
deep.
kid
very
voice, man.
it got lower.
but my
I
voice
never
was
heard
like
that
it
from
just
you.
got like the loudest I could ever project my voice, kind of
Yeah.
just like unintentionally, and I was just like, I don't remember what I said.
Yeah.
Get to the
Get out of our house.
Get the frick out of our
Maybe I
frick
went
out.
scripture. Did I go scripture like get the hence, or did I just say like get
I don't
out?
remember. I just remember being scared because you
Yeah.
admitted it in that.
Yeah,
moment.
because
man.
it was like
we
real.
had been denied. Like we were trying to
Yeah.
not admit it.
But yeah, nothing happened after that. So
Do you have trouble watching horror films now?
I hate them.
Dude,
I never
horror
liked
After
them.
kids, yes.
After kids.
We
After
could watch
kids.
them before having kids, and now I
Can you
can't
guys
do
watch them?
No, I don't like it anymore.
Matt, you watch them by yourself?
Every night.
Every night before bed.
I still love a thriller. I still really love a thriller, but if it gets demonic, I can't.
No.
Especially
Our first
demonic
date
dealing
was
with kids.
The Conjuring
I
Part
can't.
2. We
That's
like
not
kissed each
cool.
other during it.
That is the
Yeah.
scariest freaking movie.
Well,
Which
we were
one?
like, I couldn't even think about the movie. I was just
We
so
were just
nervous.
so
I was just like,
horny. Okay.
That makes it better, doesn't it? That makes it better.
Honestly, less scary if you're not
Less
thinking about it too much.
Is Matt more unhinged on this podcast than
I feel
normal?
like
or-
everybody's
honestly,
unhinged.
This is the
typical
internet
Matt.
should not.
This podcast episode is straight just unhinged. That's what I'm feeling.
The Beeston's unhinged.
Yeah.
Ghost stories with the Beeston.
with the Beanie Boys.
With the Beanie Boys, the Beanie Babies.
Quick one before we get back into the episode. Just give me 30 seconds of your time. Two things I wanted to say. First, thank you so much for being here. So many late nights have gone into making this show possible, and the fact that you're here watching our show means the world. I can't believe we're here getting to interview the guests that we've been interviewing, and it's all because of you guys. And number two, thank you to the 22% of you guys that have subscribed to the Unplanned podcast. And there's a promise that I want to make to you guys if you would consider subscribing. Number one, I'm going to do everything in my power to make the show the best that it can be and to continue to have the guests that you guys want and to talk about the topics that you guys want to talk about or want us to talk about on the show. We've been having a lot of fun. It's a dream that we get to do this, and we appreciate you being here. So thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get back to the episode.
I think your mullet is sick.
Thanks.
Personally.
A lot of people say to cut it. I actually am pretty secure about my mullet. But
The mullet's great.
yeah, I'll cut it soon.
Why'd you point to me? I said the mullet.
No, she actually loves the mullet.
I
But
said the mullet.
Don't worry, I'll cut it.
Yeah.
This one
Do you
over
think the
here.
mullet is super hot, Sarah?
It is. It's hot. It's hot.
It's a hot
nothing's really
commodity,
hot
baby.
when you move to Utah and
It's
you get
hot.
all pasty white,
You know
and
what's
you're in
even
a freaking
hotter?
brace.
This brace. This
Yeah,
brace
let's
is
talk about
hotter.
your brace. How are you feeling, man?
Ooh, feeling good. Just excited to not do anything this year.
I just feel awful for you because I've been through that. I tore my meniscus when I was in high school, and that might have been one of those few times where I like felt the closest thing I've ever felt to like depression, because you just can't do anything and you don't feel like yourself and you're stuck in a room. And so this is your second time tearing it in like a year, and I just feel horrible that you're stuck at home,
so,
dude.
I'll be completely honest. The first time tearing this, so got my surgery back in July, those 6 weeks were the most depressed I've ever been. Ever. And honestly, I didn't think that would be a thing. I was just like, I can get through this. I've had so many injuries and I've never really gone into that mode. But I think, again, it came at a time where, you know, we just moved, got surgery. We're trying to figure out how to work together. It's hard. We got 2 kids that don't like to sleep and couldn't do anything. And you just start to get in your thoughts and you start to feel like crap because you can't do anything. And Sarah's out there shoveling our driveway, you know, because there's snow, or she's doing all the dishes every single day. She's putting the kids down. She's frustrated because she's like, I cannot keep doing this. The kids don't sleep. And so, yeah, it sucked. And so then I tear it again and we're like, what the crap? We're going to have to go through this all again. Luckily, this time, I think we've gone through it. And
We'll go through it again.
we're more prepared. It's been a little easier so far, but it's only been week 1, so we'll see. But so far, I feel
Has
good.
it only been a week?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, man.
5 more.
We should probably just not count.
5 more. But I think learning from last time, you know, you feel kind of helpless. So all I would do is, okay, I'm just going to help her with social media stuff. I'm going to help her sitting on the couch. So I just edit videos all day and just work. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything for myself. So now I'm going to join your book club and that will be helpful.
I
And
still have it. That's one of my resolutions. I was going to join one of my local library, but
yeah.
they only meet once for every book. That's not really what I want to do.
You
Yeah.
want to meet every day.
I need a lot more social interaction.
So yeah, I think just finding time because I'm a very outdoorsy, hobby-oriented person. I got to go do these fun things, and I can't do any of that for this whole year. So
Gotta find other outlets this year.
yeah,
Obviously, we kind of just talked about how kids can throw a wrench in marital satisfaction. I mean, like, having kids is so incredibly amazing and it's the best, but then at the same time, it can really turn things around for at least your relationship with your spouse.
100%.
And you guys have both had 2 kids, and, you know, outside looking in, everything looks like so happy and fun. And I'm sure you guys, just from talking to you, probably want to have more. Are you afraid to have more, knowing, you know, how that affects your relationship with your spouse during those, you know, those tough times?
I think I am excited to have more, but definitely there's a fear of, you know, the newborn stage is crazy. You are not sleeping and you don't really have time for each other. So there's definitely fear there, but at the same time, I'm excited. I don't know how you feel.
I feel excited. Yeah, I just think it's hard. I having Jack, I mean, that was, looking back on it now, I'm like, man, we thought that was hard. And then adding another one to the mix, for whatever reason, it just kind of threw our schedules off. And luckily, she's finally starting to sleep through the night. And it has
she's
been,
14 months and she's
it's been
finally
awesome
starting
now.
to sleep.
And so I think over the next few, like we've talked about it, we want to have probably 4 kids.
Whoa.
I know.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it went down from 5.
I started
But
at 6.
How many kids do most families in in Utah have?
I
like
think 4.
Is
I
4
think that's
typical?
very
Like an
typical.
average.
14.
My friend has 15.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah,
You're joking.
Derek's friend has
No, that's
15.
not.
18 kids.
He's the only person I know. Yeah, it's
Everybody has to.
Everybody, every other family.
That's insane.
No.
But
How do people afford that?
I don't know.
That's a great question. They're good at budgeting. That is another thing I think people in Utah
People
are
in
good
Utah
at.
are
They
really
budget
good
their
with their money.
finances.
If you go around Utah, there's a lot of actually really successful people, and I want to attribute that to people like you said earlier. They get married young, and they're like, I need to get my finances and my life in order.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of really smart, wealthy people around here at school.
Dude, that's my theory actually, is getting married young and then missions. I think the fact that you get thrown into trial by fire as a young person and you're just, you know, leave your family, you have to like dig deep and mature and grow up. And yeah, I feel like that combo right there, I feel like is why you see so many successful
too, because
people
you're
in
like,
Utah.
we're missing 2 years of college. That's 2 years, and so we're behind.
Yeah,
and
you'd
we're
think
like,
you'd be behind, but you're not.
I think that experience of getting out there and seeing something else that you're not used to and immersing yourself, you talk to people, you knock on doors, whatever, you know, that is more valuable to me than sitting in a classroom.
Was that nerve-wracking, like knocking on random people's doors all the time? It sucked.
Yeah, it was. 9 out of 10 times you kind of just know that they're going to say leave.
Yeah.
And yeah, it never feels fun to have someone say no to you. But it also was really good to learn how to accept no. And so it got easier over time. But
did you guys know that we had missionaries over one time? We made them cookies at
Really?
college.
We tried to watch a movie with them, but we
They
found out you
couldn't
can't
watch
do that.
movies.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
My brother.
I told him, I was like, hey, if you ever want to watch a movie,
When I
you can
tell
come over
you,
to my house.
my brother never cries, and on their mission they were allowed to watch Wall-E one of the days. Like his mission president allowed them, and my brother cried in Wall-E. And when I tell you, he's cried like maybe 3 times in his whole life, like because he hadn't seen a movie
He was
for
so
long.
deprived.
He cried during Wall-E, which is a very sweet movie, but it's just
gosh.
so funny because
Yeah,
when you just haven't seen something in 2 years, you know.
It does something.
yeah.
The screen lit up his eyes. Yeah, he's like, just good.
Okay, how can we end this on a fun? How can we end this?
Oh.
Can someone think of something funny? How can we wrap this up?
Sarah, you usually have something funny
No,
to say.
I was just gonna say, Lauren's seen Derek's butt. That's all I was gonna say.
What the?
Okay, hold up.
That's
What? What? You've seen Derek's butt?
And
What's the
Sarah's
story?
seen Tanner's butt. You
You
want
guys
to know
have
that?
seen your brother-in-law's butts. How?
I've
What's the
seen
story?
The last
Lauren's
okay,
boobs.
It was so.
You've seen Lauren's boobs?
Yeah.
You didn't have to tell him.
I did. You were saying the other stuff.
I didn't say the other stuff.
open.
What happened?
The last time I saw your butt, I don't even remember what it looks like. It was so long ago. That's the last time I saw his butt.
Guys, that's
Yeah,
that's
well,
kind
I
of a
still
big deal.
remember the image. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, all right.
Derek saw
And you're
him.
welcome. Just kidding.
Derek saw
I'm
him.
No,
actually
we were
sorry.
Tanner, how does that
Cruise.
make you feel?
I actually feel bad.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, and Derek punched me in the face with the door after.
Well, I was so shocked. I was like,
So
Yeah.
unhinged, and
Okay.
there needs to be
So
context.
you saw your sister-in-law's boobs.
I
What
walked in on
happened?
their room. Their room was connected to ours on the cruise.
No,
that we were
actually, Sarah opened the door. You
I
were
said,
standing
don't
there.
come in because you were standing there like a
Okay,
weirdo
can I tell the
on
story
the other
really quick?
side.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tanner and I are in our cruise room, and it has a conjoining door to
Yeah.
their room. Sarah was in there with me, and she was putting on aloe on my back. I got a burn.
The
So
worst
my shirt was
sunburn.
off. It was a really bad burn. I needed her help. And then, so I'm topless because she's helping me. And Derek was closed. The door was closed, and he was in his room, but he was like waiting by the door. We didn't know this. He was waiting by the door to be able to come in when we told him he could come in. And Sarah wanted to double check that he wasn't going to come in because didn't have a shirt on. And I was facing the door I don't even know what I was doing. I was looking down because I didn't know this happened. Sarah opens the door to say, and boom, Derek
Derek is just right there behind the door. I don't know why he was still
and
standing
Derek
there.
slams the door shut to try and close it, and then it hits Sarah in the face.
It smacked
Sarah
me. I
falls to the ground.
fall to the ground. It
I was
knocked
not
me
waiting.
right in
I
the
was just
freaking face.
leaning up against the door, waiting for them to be ready to
He
go.
could have just sat on the bed like 2 feet
I was
away.
probably
just
looking
don't-
at my phone or something.
He
I don't
was.
know.
He had
Yeah.
his phone in his right hand.
And I was just
thrown.
distracted, and then
And then
door
boom,
opens.
flash of light.
Lights for real. Yeah, right
Lo,
there.
how did that make you feel?
I was the most embarrassed I've ever
So
been
if
in
you
my
could
life.
picture, if you could picture Lauren screaming,
I screamed,
hiding,
fell on the
me
bed.
getting hit by the door on
I
the ground.
slammed the
And
door.
at this
Slammed
point,
it.
I didn't know
Where's
that he.
Tanner?
I didn't. Tanner
was
was in
there?
Where
there.
were you?
He was in there. Tanner.
I was in
No,
there.
Tanner was in the bathroom.
I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, Tanner was in the bathroom.
And I didn't know he had seen because I didn't make eye contact with Derek, so I didn't know he saw. And then I was like, well, maybe he didn't see. So then I was like, Derek, and he's like, I saw. Oh my god! I was like, no.
When we got back from the cruise, Derek and I were sitting in our room, and he goes, "Now I've seen 3 pairs of boobs." And
Who's the other
you
pair?
said
Who's the
yours, Lauren's, and my mom's. And
no.
it just freaked me out. Anyway,
Yeah, I did. That scarred me at the
there you
end.
go.
That's our
You wanted
full story.
something to end. There you go.
You guys should check out Lo and Sarah's podcast. It's pretty cute. Fairly Odd Sisters. I love your branding, by the way. Looks
Thanks.
great. You guys, you can
Little
also
blast from the past.
yeah. You can also
I love
find
it.
The Beestons, they both have their own individual YouTube channels. They're also all over TikTok, Instagram. Sarah Beeston, Lo Beeston, Tanner, Derik. You know where to find them. We'll link all their stuff in the description. 3, 2, 1. Peace out, dudes.
Oh, I didn't know
you were
Peace
gonna
out,
say that,
dudes.
but I did it anyway with you.
Yeah.
Peace out, dudes.